Not this week, but in the future, we're going to get back into this little Sears set and get this thing all sorted out. There was a lot of interest in this. I saw it pop up all over the groups. Guess a lot of people have these. I'm pretty sure the reason why the picture is soft is the high voltage is low. The spec sheet for the CRT says 8 kV minimum. We were under that. I got an order of capacitors in, and we're going to go at this thing and figure it out. So this will be in the near future, but here's a little something on what's going on out here, and I'm totally unaffected by it, except the smoke and ash. And it is literally a mobile ashtray this morning. Really see the smoke there. And over here there's no smoke. So if that smoke turns and moves east from over the ocean, we're gonna have a nice cigarette check. A lot of comments and questions and messages and concerns about the fires. Well, they're up there in the mountains, the Los Angeles mountains, sort of where all the celebrity types live. Big money houses. I live down in the flatlands, the poor people area. You know, not much of a risk to us down here. The biggest thing would probably be an earthquake that I would have to worry about. And anyway, I'll pull over here. You can see where the smoke kind of ends, if I can show right up there. We are under pretty much blacked out sun due to the smoke, but a lot of smoke and ash raining down. But yeah, no risk. So I got some TV clips here which are pretty entertaining. Like I said, they've been hyping the winds and severe fire danger for about 3 or 4 days before this. So yeah, thanks for the messages and concern, but I don't live up there. You know, the thing that people never talk about, the outcome of this, is insurance. You know, insurance doesn't want to cover those areas. It's too much loss, and you know, insurance companies don't take a loss. We all end up paying for that or losing service. So insurance is really the big deal killer there. Well, 1260 is off the air, and I know the transmitter site is sort of out there in the fire zone. I don't know if maybe they have their power cut off. Edison, the local power company, cuts off a lot of the power in those high fire risk areas when we get these windstorms. But here's something I'm seeing. 1260, the classic country station, is dark right now. Well, it's now Wednesday evening and 1260 is still off the air. Well, I thought since 1260 was off the air, I'd grab this radio and see if I could get some DX on whatever other station. And I just heard Donna Summer Hot Stuff there for a minute. Okay, I just got it. It ID'd as 101.5 Cool FM. Here it is. This is pretty impressive. Boise, Idaho. But check this out. 36 watts at night. I'm picking up Boise, Idaho. They're running 36 watts in Los Angeles. I should send them a QSL card. I need to get the ID in, probably recorded though. Try and get a QSL card out of. That's pretty good. It's fading in and it. Got it.
Melba broadcasting from the Snake River Pool and Spa Studio. Snake River Pool and Spa. They make it easy to take it easy. 101.5 Cool FM.
36 watts out of Boise, Idaho.
Fire that has evacuated tens of thousands of people.
Channel 2, this is CBS.
At least 10,000. I hope you can see it.
This is NBC.
They're just so powerful. They
Channel
can
4.
stand there with a powerful hose, but a lot of the water isn't even reaching.
This is KTLA, Channel 5.
And it seems to be moving down toward this direction. Just to give you a little bit of perspective.
This is KABC, Channel 7.
Do that with wind. The wind is created, and so the wind is trying to put our atmosphere back into equilibrium. Unfortunately for...
This is KCAL, which is like another CBS tied to Channel 2 CBS.
Appears to be a condo less than an hour ago. There were only flames on the right.
Freeway from Roxford Street to the 5 and 14.
This is Fox 11, so this is the local Fox.
If you haven't already, evacuation warnings are in place for parts of Santa that you should leave now.
And this is 13, which looks like it's mirroring the Fox. Let's see.
Cal Grove Boulevard, something that we're keeping an eye on. And we were here throughout watching a lot of these residents, also some evacuation.
So they're all commercial free, and I think they probably have been since yesterday morning, probably going on 24 hours here.
Santa Ana's weak, moderate, strong, extreme. The next one on Tuesday, another Santa Ana. This one arrives, and we'll consider this one a moderate. The one that we're in right now is strong.
So it's just a weird thing with these really high winds that are dry. It's very low humidity. It's very dry. But this is all up in the mountains. I'm down in the flatlands.
77 on your Friday. Low humidity levels will be another concern as we're going to get into the next 24, 48 hours. And then beyond that, it looks a little bit calmer in terms of the wind. The wind backing off will be a huge development. So again, for the firefighting effort, we really want these winds to calm down. The coastline 67, overnight lows into the 40s, and then we head out towards the mountains, and here we go with 49 degrees. Overnight lows down to the teens. Very dry weather in our mountains, and of course the terrain is of concern there too. And in deserts, we're back to 58 degrees, and then we'll see those temperatures slowly come. You can see how much fire is blazing down it. It's hard to believe that there are engines further up it, but that is what he told us, and that is what he told the concerned citizens who are driving up here trying to get through. Concerned citizens, yeah, you know, they like this. They pump that this fire weather is coming for 2 or 3 days before it happens, you know, that red flag warning, you know, record winds, and they hype it, you know, and I don't want to say that maybe the wrong people respond to that, but they do open it up to that. You know, but they really hype it as fire weather, you know, and the governor comes out and says, you know, fire season is all year long now, and Megan, to answer your question, not one single fire engine have we seen. We have been in this area for about...
I will say that the smoke is really bad here.
Right now, the Thai restaurant now catching fire as well. A huge reminder, everyone, be safe. But that's the very latest of what we're seeing here just after 6:30 on Sunset and PCH.
All right, Brittany, thank you for that. We're going to get right back to NBC.
Really? The mask and the hard hat? What do you need a hard hat for?
Oh, wow.
So I guess the news director said you should add these cheesy toy hard hats to make it look more dramatic.
We just saw 150-foot flames because now the fire on one home has reached the tree there. This is just
150-foot flames. Does this woman know what 150 feet is?
And this cross street here, Mendocino, black smoke surrounding.
It's just so much drama. It's just total competition between these channels to see who can be the most dramatic and get the best footage and best pictures. and
totally engulfed in
you know, get the most viewership.
I'll tell you though, significant drop in the winds as we pray for mercy. Let's take a little journey over here on this side of the street. So here you can see you have all of these homes on fire.
Oh, look at this. We're going handheld.
Flattened on this corner as we reach Mendocino border.
She's got her high visibility vest on. So dramatic.
These other streets too.
Intersection. This is where we saw a lot of those cars moving their way through. This is not an area you want to be in if you are not a first responder, because it is so, the conditions are so intense. I mean, we could try to look up at these trees and see just how much the wind is blowing still. I heard Amanda say she got a bit of a breakout in Pasadena, but we have not had one here in the Palisades. And
palm trees are tough, man. Is it possible to knock those things over?
From the fire crews that are working on the other side of these buildings. This building, by the way,
Got your mask and your goggles. Look at your goggles. So some of them got goggles. Some of them got hard hats. There's no like standardization to it. It's just all about who can look the most dramatic.
Just really continues to explode. Michelle, I hope that we're able
Use big words like firebomb and tornado and explode.
As you've walked through this neighborhood, it's freezing now, but I'm going to ask you the question and hopefully you'll come back to us. I can hear you. Okay, great. As you walk through the neighborhood, it's hard for us to tell from our vantage point, but can you tell us
vantage
how many
point
homes are on fire? Are you seeing homes that weren't on fire when you first got there that are now in flames? Give us some perspective on what we're looking at. Absolutely. So, okay, we started off on Homewood, if you recall, in the 3-4 o'clock hour where...
I love the smell of other people's burning houses full of cheap, toxic Chinese furniture in the morning. And you can smell it. I can smell it here. It's EOL aside.
We tried to get in the live truck to give you a vantage point.
A vantage point.
Driving shot, because we want to get a grasp of the devastation, of the magnitude of this. Our signal was weak.
The magnitude of the devastation.
40, 50 mile per hour winds into the afternoon that are shifting, and those would be dangerous winds on its own. So we're looking at such a high number, and we're looking at it decreasing and feeling better. And my point in saying this, these winds are not effectively shutting off. They are shifting. They are moving off towards the east. Those of you in through Santa Barbara, you can start feeling a lot better. Those of you in through Ventura County, you can start feeling a little bit better.
And, you know, if you come
It's all about how you feel.
Morning, stay 100 feet away, call 911 immediately, do not touch it, and do not go near it. But just to give you an idea
Baked.
of the devastation here in this community, so this is just one home that's on fire. If we walk down the street here, you can see that a home to our right here, completely in shambles.
Charbroiled.
The only thing that's standing, we can see the chimney, but you can just see the flames have completely taken out this home right behind.
It's supposed to be coming up in about 15 minutes, and you see how dark it is out there. That's extremely striking to me. The other
striking.
thing is that people being out trying to take videos. I understand people's curiosity if you live in that area wanting to see your home. Not a good time to go do that right now because they're still in the firefight.
It's all about how you look.
Please stay home. I think about even being on the roadway this morning. You get into an accident, you're taking resources away from people who desperately need them.
Oh, yes.
Right
Stay
now.
home.
So please think about people other than
Be
yourself.
so afraid.
And the other way too, if you're
it's just not close enough to us. Out towards the east of San Diego County and the southwest, we'll get some showers, but it's that tight pressure gradient between an area of high pressure here and low pressure that was helping to drive these winds. It also was bringing in a lot of this cold air from the north. We had this cold air that just drove in, and that helped to just drive those winds. So we had windy conditions, cold air at all levels of the atmosphere, and that's why these winds were just so powerful and so strong. The bad news is this will continue. In fact,
This is what they've been talking about, this right here, for the past 3 days. Extreme weather, wildfire danger.
to burn, and there's a lot of fuel out there, and
that
so
gives the wrong
we're
people
just
the wrong
continuing to see,
ideas.
Unfortunately, these impacts of the fires, the downed trees, power lines, power outages.
Oh, yes.
Right here, approximately 75 acres, reported just about 40 minutes ago. This is an area that is is going to be a very difficult firefight. Basically, it is the Sepulveda Dam wildlife area. It's all vegetation right here. We don't have any fire footprint yet, and we don't know how many structures are threatened or not.
Down, just picking them up, because we do have a lot of wheelchair people in here. So we did eventually, we were able to get everybody out of here at a timely manner before the building actually...
Those masks really don't do anything.
Really happy and
I mean, trying to filter smoke out with that does not filter smoke. It might make you feel good, but it does not filter toxic gases like formaldehyde from a burning sofa.
And obviously these are not active right now, but you can see the one right behind me here has actually caught on fire at the bottom. So scary situation, because we don't want any of these power lines to tumble, so we will be moving to a different location, because it seems like these power lines and these trees, possibly these big palm trees, which have also been an issue all morning, could catch on fire.
Okay, 10 minutes of this is enough.
Next up is the Hearst fire. The Hearst fire has grown to over 700 acres with 260 personnel assigned to this specific...
Okay, well, it's Wednesday evening. We'll do a channel sweep here.
With multiple structures...
The smoke and ash have died down a little bit, which my lungs are pretty much plugged up from that.
It is controlled and approximately has burned 30 acres. I want to clarify a little something before Chief Maroney comes up. That Eaton fire, we are closely monitoring this specific fire. It is in the county, and we are absolutely paying very, very close attention to see how else we can assist. If come into the city, we are ready.
Wow.
Now, in addition to the large-scale brush fires, in the past 24 hours, the LA additional 3,950 911 calls for service within the city. This also includes 10 structure fires and 50 911 calls for service within the city. This also includes 10 structure fires. Now, the LAFD also continues to assess and allocate resources emergencies throughout the city. Now, the LAFD also continues to assess and allocate...
So this is like continuity of media right here, where you just saw every single channel is repeating the same thing. I'll go back down, but I'm on 13 right now.
Local, state, and federal partners to mitigate the impacts of this unprecedented fire condition. Also, I want to talk about a few within Southern California. We're utilizing mutual aid partners from across the region, state, and adjoining. We're utilizing mutual aid partners from across the region, state, and adjoining states. Standard firefighting adaptations for water. What we do when water is limited. We have the ability to pull water from ponds. We can pull water from pools. We're utilizing as many water tenders that we have, and we're working very, very closely with DWP on this. Next, we will continue to focus. I want to make very, very clear, saving lives first, evacuations, and rescues. We are not out of danger. You can see the active fires that are burning.
This is what happened when there was that massive power outage in San Diego. All the radio stations and all the TV stations went to one feed, which happened to be the talk show host on the big AM at the time. And basically that became the command center, and all the press conferences were held out of one studio, and it was on every single station, just like you see here. And I would almost guarantee if I go to the AMs like KNX, KFI, they're all carrying this exact same thing. Continuity of government, continuity of media.
Evacuation and rescue of our residents in harm's way remains our absolute top priority and our focus during this wind-driven fire. Thank you, Mayor Bass, the elected leaders who are here, and for all and every single firefighter, first responder.
Tensions ramp up in Venezuela.
Are uncomfortable. Over gemology.
Protect our communities and keep everybody safe. Next, I'd like to go ahead and introduce the fire chief from Los Angeles County.
Yeah, so it's just all the our local stations.
So good evening. Thank you for the comprehensive update, Chief Crowley. My name is Anthony Maroney. I'm the County of Los Angeles Fire Chief, and I'm going to give an LA County update in addition to a Region 1 update. For the Eaton Fire in Los Angeles County, Altadena, Pasadena, and Sierra Madre, the LA County Fire Department continues to be in unified command with the U.S. Forest Service and the Pasadena and Sierra Madre Fire Departments, in addition to our law enforcement partners. The fire has been mapped this afternoon at 10,600 acres, and it is still growing. We have 0% containment. We have over 750 firefighting personnel assigned on the line, and mutual aid resources from out of state, including Arizona, have arrived to assist us with this firefight. Unfortunately, we have 5 reported civilian fatalities, a number of injuries, and over 1,000 by both the Los Angeles County Fire Department, Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, and the U.S. Forest Service arson investigators. And the moment we learn the cause of this fire, we will advise the media. We also have a new fire start in the Acton area of Los Angeles County, the Lydia fire.
The damn media hypes this thing up, and then they
30% contained, and thankfully forward progress has been stopped. As the Region 1 coordinator, I did request forward progress has been stopped. As the Region 1 coordinator, I did request mutual aid, Barbara, and San Luis Obispo counties yesterday. Additionally, last night, I contacted the State Office of Emergency Services and requested 250.
What I don't understand, isn't this guy obsolete with voice to text and closed captioning? What do we need him for? Why does anybody need to learn this with modern technology? I don't.
States of Arizona, Nevada, Utah, Oregon, and Washington for additional firefighting resources and personnel to come to Los Angeles County to assist us with this widespread fire emergency. One data point.
And then Biden showed up today and got out and basically said, I'm a granddaddy, and that was it.
10 units responding from New Mexico, 15 units responding from Utah, and numerous units responding from Arizona. Currently, the National Weather Service has predicted that this red flag warning will remain in effect for Los Angeles County and much of Ventura County through Friday. Thank you, and I would now like to invite up to the podium Los Angeles Police Chief Jim McDonald.
We all get our moment in the sunshine.
I just want to say a few things, and not to repeat what has already been said any more than needs to be stressed, but a sincere thank you to everybody who's out there in the impacted area for your patience and your support, to our first responders and support departments who have been out there from the very beginning, doing the very best they can to protect everybody. The word resilience was used, and that's what it's going to be. We're going to be an example of resilience in the very best sense of the word. We're going to bounce back from this, and it's going to be a challenging week ahead, but we're going to be able to get through it by working together. These have been unprecedented conditions, as you've heard over and over again, and the fire has been very unpredictable. That is why the need for vigilance is I can't stress enough how much we've got to pay attention to our neighbors.
Well, you know, insurance is not going to let these people rebuild. It's just, they won't be able to get a policy. I mean, this is the end.
primarily is to assist in a support capacity our fire partners with evacuation, with traffic control, and with crime suppression.
Anyway, enough of this.
You've heard also about
living in the age of smoke.
And that is now a new fire that we're battling right now.
Again, this all ignited on the 2300 block of Solar Drive and Astral Drive. We've seen the aircraft out there, which is always good to see, especially when a fire just breaks out. Reported at 10 acres. We know how quickly things can get out of control, as evidenced by all the fires that we've been reporting.
Still a lot of wind.
That's flying in there and literally into the flames and into the smoke. Water drops, of course, to try to get a handle on this. I know that we've heard from some people on social media, you know, we can see the flames from the Runyon Canyon area. My home is in danger, etc. We have not heard about evacuations yet, but those could be coming. Obviously, we know the mayor, Karen Bash, is in the midst of a press conference right now, and with her, LA County fire chief and also LA City fire chief. All of the fire officials who would be involved in this, they are literally...
So this one just popped up. And this one's burning near the Hollywood sign.
Go back to this when they start to answer some of the questions.
And yeah, these fires just start on their own. Yeah, they just spontaneously just start. Yeah, right.
We know that is a very busy area with a lot of homes nearby. So that is a scary sight that we're looking at. Let's go back to this press conference. Alberto, do you have new information here?
This may not be surprising, but yes, the superintendent of LAUSD at the podium, Alberto Carvalho, all LAUSD schools will be closed tomorrow. Let's go ahead.
The whole district?
Yeah, the whole district.
That's big news. Okay, listen in.
Wow, this is like turning into they're making this into a major disaster.
Of the grab-and-go locations, please visit
LAUSD will be closed tomorrow, Thursday. He says they will reevaluate for Friday school, but also reporting that they did lose 2 schools in the Palisades fire. That's Marquez and Palisades Elementary.
Strategize and move towards mitigating this additional major emergency in the city. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Chief, very much for that information.
I think I'm going to just have to leave this as a to be continued. I mean, this could just, we'll see. But thanks for all the messages. I'm fine. Working out the old TV here, I guess.
The reason I'm so confident in that is, one, because of my faith in Angelenos.